In 2011, one man turned the tennis world upside down. The top four witnessed an unexpected changing of the guard, led by Mr. Djokovic.
You can see this year, for the first time, Novak is #1 in the world.
It's just something that I didn't really have the words to describe it, and the season kept getting better.
But you still have Rafa, Roger.
The main goal is be competitive in every tournament.
Even though things got tough at some stages, that I always stayed positive.
I think the top 20 players are playing amazing, and I think they can beat each other.
Each time you play against one of the best players, you learn new things about your game and also theirs.
Everybody can beat each other in the top 20, so it's quite interesting to be on the tour.
The pretenders are lining up once again. But can Djokovic remain dominant? Who better to ask for the lowdown than 14-time Grand Slam champion Pete Sampras? Justin Gimelstob caught up with him.
Pete, what were your thoughts in 2011?
Wow, it was quite a year for Novak Djokovic. I mean, it was really incredible what he was able to do. The transformation in his head has turned into this incredible athlete who mentally has sort of figured it out. I mean, the guy just from start off in Australia to go from there to Indian Wells, Miami, go through the whole clay court season, beating Rafa Nadal a few times. Just his year was incredible. I didn't see it coming. I don't think anyone saw it coming. Just steamrolled everybody. I've never seen anything like it, and it might have been really one of the best years I've ever seen. It's incredible what this guy can do.
If Novak's towering achievements sent shockwaves through the tennis world, it all peaked with a few glorious summer days in London. The Serbian superstar claimed his first Wimbledon title and went to #1 in the world rankings.
Meant a lot. I mean, I even had a piece of grass after that. It was just, I was full of joy. I was really delighted, and it's a court that I always dreamed of playing, and of course winning that tournament was I think every tennis player's dream, and to become the best in only 2 days was just something that I didn't really have the words to describe it.
He won 3 Grand Slams and 5 ATP World Tour Masters 1000 events. But if Sampras was impressed, one of his greatest rivals was equally emphatic in his praise for the new main man.
Really one of the great years of all time in our sport. He's pushing the sport forward. Fed did it, then Nadal called and raised, and now Djokovic is doing it. So I look forward to seeing how he handles that moving forward.
The only major Novak failed to win in 2011 was the French Open, where Rafa Nadal was crowned champion for a record 6th time. On the clay of Roland Garros, Rafa still reigns supreme, and the Spaniard, according to Sampras, may now face his biggest test.
It was a good year for Rafa. It wasn't a great year. He won the French, as we know. He was dominant over the years. Now he's up against someone that he doesn't really know how to play this guy.
There is a few very solid players on the top, so it's being really complicated. Win tournaments, win matches, because the level is being really, really high. So it's a good moment for our sport, in my opinion.
Come the Barclays ATP World Tour Finals, one man reminded us he wasn't done yet.
Let's talk about one other player who has maybe the greatest of all time, Roger Federer, but took a step back outside the top 3 for the first time in a long time. What does he have to do to get back in the conversation with these young guys that are improving and dominating tennis right now?
Well, Roger is at a point, he's 30, he's done everything in the game. He's up against these kids that are in their prime. They're 24, 25. I remember when I was that age, this is it. And I felt Roger had a really good year, not a great year. I think Roger's going to be there, and I really feel like he can win another major. You know, he's motivated, he loves the tour, he loves to travel. You know, he's going to play for another 10 years. I mean, he just loves it.
That was made clear to everyone in London at the season-ending finale last November.
Since 2002, I've always been part of the World Tour Finals. It's my 10th year in a row I'm part of it. It's been always one of the big highlights for me throughout my career to be able to play there. I remember the first few times when I had a slight chance to qualify. I was so nervous at the end of the year to make it that could hardly play tennis anymore. So now, since 10 years, I've been able to make it and been so proud to be part of the the Elite Eight and sort of get a chance to finish the year absolute high at the World Tour Finals.
And so to the final member of the Fantastic Four.
Andy Murray had an excellent year, won a bunch of Masters 1000s, played excellent in the fall, but didn't quite take that next level. How do you view his 2011 as a success?
Pretty good. I give him about a B. I think Andy's to the point where he needs to win a major.
Murray's demolition job on Rafa in the Tokyo final underlined his talent.
I think when you look back at your career, you'll remember, tournaments that you won and finals that you lost. And yeah, to win a final against Rafa, he's one of the best players ever, is something that I'll definitely remember for a long time.
They're the Big Four, and they will begin as the men to beat as the race to London resumes for 2012.